Yet another episode and yet more fuel to that Rena fire. If you thought that this ship was going anywhere anytime soon, think again. So the episode starts off with Miss Jen packing her things just in case she does end up losing her job, which at this point is a very real possibility. Apparently this is about her lying about her credentials and not about her not going to the homecoming dance, like I previously thought. I guess I don't know how to read text correctly. So it's picture day and everyone is looking fabulous. Well, almost everyone. And Gina seems to be a real fan of Ricky's new hairdo. And Nene couldn't help but notice Gina noticing Ricky. Is that jealousy I see in those eyes, Nene? Relax. You have nothing to worry about. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say nothing? I meant everything. So you would think that picture day wouldn't require a ton of effort to do. Unfortunately, it does in this case, because jumping on the count of 3 was just too difficult of a task for this group of very talented kids. I mean, sure, Big Red clearly said jump on the count of 3, but what if he meant 2? What if he meant after 3? I mean, hell, what if he meant 7? How can we really know for sure?
Hey, jumping on cue is much more complicated than it sounds.
No, Gina, it's not. So EJ goes to confront Gina about the plan that she's clearly no longer following. EJ thought that she wanted this just as bad as he did. Well, no, EJ. I think it's more that Gina just felt like she needed to get it.
That's the same thing.
Debatable. Relax. And then EJ asks the one question that we all want to know. Does Gina care about Ricky?
What if I do?
Well, Gina, I'm glad you asked. If you do, I'm gonna go ahead and put on my little shipping cap, jump my ass right on that boat, and yell out to anyone listening, do you ship it, people? Because I would ship it if you confirmed your feelings for Ricky, and if Ricky returns those feelings. I'm not sure if I could ship it if it was like totally one-sided, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Not by much, but a little bit. So Carlos finds out that Miss Jen may be getting fired, and Carlos is in charge of rehearsals until further notice. And of course, even though he wasn't supposed to tell anyone, he wastes absolutely no time telling everyone. Very well done, Carlos. So it's time for EJ to finally confess every secret that he has to Nene. Oh boy. How long is this gonna take?
How much time do you have?
For you, EJ, any amount of time is too much.
Just hear me out, please.
Make it quick.
I tried to bribe Miss Jen into giving me the part of Troy.
Okay, that's enough. So after EJ finishes telling Nene all of his secrets, including that song he made, which, that was the one secret you probably should have kept, buddy. I almost forgot you couldn't find a word to rhyme with sorry, and you just reminded me. So anyways, so now let's get to my favorite scene of the episode. Ricky serenading Gina.
And wishes on a star just don't come true. 'Cause now even I can tell that I confuse my feelings.
Seeing Nene's smile disappear so quickly once she sees Gina here, you know, it kind of made me think, Nene, you do realize you still have Ricky's heart, right? So are you gonna stand around and just be jealous every day while another girl slowly steals your man? Or are you gonna step in and actually do something and take him back? Because at this point, if you just continue to sit around and do nothing, and Ricky ends up falling for Gina, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Just like Ricky had nobody to blame but himself for letting you get away the first time. But I digress. This scene was everything. So Ricky goes on to tell Gina that he can't forget anything that happened on homecoming. And the stare that they give each other after he said that, oh my god. This ship has about 3 seconds to chill, because I'm really close at being at that point of no return. I'm just waiting for Ricky's feelings to be more clear, and then I'm all set. All aboard the Rena train, people. Choo choo, motherfucker. So Miss Jen goes on to tell Carlos the real truth. She lied about pretty much everything. How much she's accomplished, her being a real teacher, her real last name. Jesus Christ, Miss Jen. Or whatever your real name is. So Big Red decides to invite a few people over because he didn't want to be alone. And a few people turn into the entire class very quickly. I cannot stand when people do that. Definitely one of my biggest pet peeves. If I invite you over to my house, that doesn't mean you and your homeboy Jaquan. Who the f is Jaquan? If I invite you over, then I invite you over. If you want to bring somebody else with you, then tell me ahead of time. It's really not that hard. Do manners even exist anymore these days? So Ricky confesses that he's a little bit peeved at Miss Jen. Not so much because her past isn't squeaky clean, but because she put the show in jeopardy. And they've grown up so much together that he thinks of everyone not just as individuals or even just friends, but family. Wow, that's deep, especially coming from Ricky, because we all know how messed up his current family situation is. So Mike finds out in a very, very awkward way that Miss Jen is the drama teacher, the one that's about to get that ass fired. Yikes. You still want to go out later, Mike? You're paying. So now it's time for the school board meeting to decide Miss Jen's fate. How in the world is she gonna get out of this one? I mean, how does anyone ever get out of a tough situation on this show? Through song. Duh.
Maybe her class could be a little more classy. Maybe her head's not in the game.
And the day was saved through the power of music. Hell yeah. You know, I'm really starting to love these breakout musicals more and more the more they happen. Oh God, please don't turn me into a musical junkie. Anything but that. So the episode ends with Gina giving Ricky the biggest celebration hug ever. And who is that over there being jealous again? Is that Nene? Is that you, girl? I mean, even EJ couldn't help but notice the jealousy in the air. And I also love how Gina texts Ricky like immediately after leaving to give him this compliment, followed by 1,000,000 hearts too. You know what? Let's go ahead and add one more heart there. Mine. So yeah, people, that was the episode. Ricky looked very happy there near the end to see his dad and Miss Jen getting along so well. Something tells me that he might just ship it, and something tells me I think I might just ship it too. You guys can let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, people, this show, listen, like I said in the beginning of this video, if you guys thought for even a second that this whole Ricky and Gina thing was just gonna be like a 1 or 2 episode thing, and then it was just gonna, be a really quick one and done kind of thing, if you thought that, you might want to think again. To be honest, I was a little bit nervous about that myself. I'm not gonna lie, I was. I really wanted to make sure that the show was going to really give this ship some screen time and really give this ship a chance before, they do anything else. I wanted to make sure they did that before I really invested any of my emotions into it, because I've been a fan of other ships in the past on other TV shows where I would start to like a ship, like I would start to like them, but then as soon as I start to like them, the show would just kind of just freeze all momentum and freeze all progression on that ship and just basically drop it. I mean, just off the top of my head, Claudia and Callum on the Dragon Prince, as soon as I started liking that ship, it was pretty much over the second I started liking it. Pretty much the second. Just to name one example. So I wanted to make sure that before I started to really invest any of my real feelings towards this ship, I wanted to make sure that the show was really going to invest some time into it. Really give this ship the opportunity to shine. And it looks like they're going to do that, people. It looks like they are going to do it. Now I don't know how long it's going to go. Like I told you guys, I'm still a very firm believer that Ricky and Nene are going to eventually be in game. The only question is, how long is that going to take? And so I'm not here to tell you guys that, Gina and Ricky, they're in game, people. It's gonna happen. It might happen, but I'm gonna need a lot more evidence before I'll jump on that in-game bandwagon. But like I've told you guys in the past, a ship doesn't have to be in-game to be special. A ship doesn't have to be in-game for you to ship it. I mean, one of my favorite ships of all time, if not my #1 favorite ship of all time, Clexa, they're not in game. That doesn't make them any less beautiful. That doesn't make them any less special. So I know some people only like to ship the in-game ships, but I'm not one of those people. I mean, to me, you're missing out on so many great ships if you only ship ships that are in-game. But that's just my opinion. But yeah, people, like I said, I can't wait to see more from Gina and Ricky. I'm like this close, this close to just being a full-blown shipper, not going back type of thing. So, as soon, like I said, I'm waiting for Ricky to finally, you know, confess his feelings for Gina. The episode that he finally comes out and pretty much confirms that he really likes Gina, even though I think it's, you know, he's pretty much hinted that he probably has some feelings, but I need to see it confirmed first before I give my all into the ship. But the second that happens, I'm gonna make it official and come out and say, yes, I am Arena shipper. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I'm liking the chemistry. I'm liking the dynamic between the two. I still like Nene and Ricky, so I'm not gonna shut the door on them completely. I still, you know, I wouldn't be completely mad if they happened, but I'm just telling you guys what I prefer to see at the moment. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, people. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. A lot going down. Miss Jen will be keeping her job again through the power of music. But, yeah, pretty good episode. Let me know what you guys thought about this, people. But I think I've talked enough. I think I've rambled enough in this video. So, yeah. I think, and I'm done talking. Until next time.